And this is a video review of the Transformers Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I do have an affinity for old Dadbot Prime here. I have every version of Dadbot Prime except for the premium finish one. I might pick it up, I might not. Let's see. Right now I'm not really keen on doing that. I won't feature all of them, by the way, just because I featured them in a lot of the videos already. I'll just feature versions of this mode in comparison with each other. But yeah, pretty nice color scheme. I think it works well for him. He doesn't look as chubby as the white Prime or even the red version. I think this is the most slender look we've had just because of the darker color scheme. Okay. Putting him aside, let's have a look at the packaging. So this is the standard shattered glass packaging. This is my first shattered glass figure, by the way, so I'm not really familiar with the packaging and all that, but this is my first one. The box feels really thin, feels like a Studio Series box, and without the inner cardboard. This front just feels a bit flimsy, but that's just me. And yeah, it's an open box, so yeah. Nice image of Ultra Magnus in his skull face, the shattered Autobot symbol there. That's nice. Top says shattered glass. Same artwork here. I wish he had the opposable fingers, but that's asking too much from Hasbro, I guess. Same there. At the back there's the read up, so you can read that. I don't know if you can actually see it, so yeah, you should be able to read that from there. He does feature his old pre-skull face from before he had a skull face, and different molds. So you know, you can put that and make him your Delta Magnus. The color scheme is not exact to Delta Magnus, or sorry, the Delta Magnus, or not even exact to the Shattered Glass anyway. But I think it works. That light. How do I? Yeah, there you go. He is $109, so just a little bit over leader class price here. Inside that as well, you do have the instructions, which again, this is my first Shattered Glass, so I don't know if the color scheme, I assume the rest will have this color scheme, but yeah. Nice instructions, clear. Also, you do get a few things in the package. Of course, he does have the armor pieces, which will feature later on. Other than that, you do get the regular face. I'm not gonna attach the regular face just because I don't have a new screwdriver, and I don't wanna, I don't wanna loosen that screw. Mine seems to have like a bit of a paint imperfection there. I'm not gonna use this head anyway. Just to show it in comparison with the one. So don't mind the body. I swapped the heads just because this version of my Magnus has had a bit of a tumble, so I put the head of this guy to the Earthrise one. Anyway, featuring the two Earthrise heads, exactly the same except for this one being cast in blue and having the blue transparent, and this one has a red transparent plastic. So yeah. So when we see the Earthrise Ultra Magnus, don't be surprised if he has a siege head. So I'm not gonna use this head, but I'll keep him in the frame right there. Okay, looking at the other accessories, he does come with the axe and the sword that came with G2 Prime. So just comparing the two. Oh, I did spoil it a little bit, but yeah, it's exactly the same, except this one is blue, this one is red. Now the thing that I spoiled a bit, he does come with a matrix of leadership, and since he's Ultra Magnus, he's not worthy of bearing the matrix. And I guess in the storyline, I don't know, maybe he stole the matrix from Prime or what. I'm not familiar with the Shattered Glass story, but yeah, the matrix does attach to this. I wish the handle and the core was a different color. I just noticed now it's the same silver paint, but it's not too bad. So I guess he wields the matrix as part of his weapon. Now, like the G2 Prime, it does split in two. but unfortunately it's pretty useless. This one is pretty useless for him just because this one still retains that tab, so you know it can't insert on his hand. So I might just clip that out, but yeah, I don't even know what that's for, to be honest. I would have wanted for him to dual wield the axe and the sword in this mold, and then the combined one in Ultra Magnus mode. So I might just snip that out. Anyway, he just, for now, it's just gonna work combined. So let me just show you how it looks with him holding the big sword. Not too bad. And he does come with his rifle. Again, a bit of a gripe on this rifle. I wish they painted it silver or black, anything but red, because the red just stands out. He's wielding that, it stands out. So comparing it with the Ultra Magnus from Earthrise is exactly the same, except it's this one's painted silver, this one is unpainted. So yeah, we know this mold very well. He might be chunky, but he does pose really well, right? Oh, there we go. Oh, the camera's not doing the blue any justice, unfortunately. I might just adjust that color before I post the video, but yeah. Okay, now let's take a closer look at the core body itself. It's exactly the same mold as the other primes, so just remove the weapons, put that there for now. Looking at this guy, I must say I like the black helmet and the yellow eyes, and then the body, the darker color actually makes him look a bit slimmer, like the black hands. The legs are unpainted. I wish they'd put a little bit of silver there just to break it up. You already see the wheels are unpainted as well. And the back is, yeah, that's the worst part of this mold, unfortunately. But yeah, now articulation is exactly the same, so we'll not cover the articulation, but I will display him with the other versions of this mold. See, here you have I might zoom that out a little bit so you can see them more. There you go. So here you have the original white prime from heel spur. The original white prime from the Earthrise Ultra Magnus. Here you have the Delta Magnus or the Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus mold, and my favorite of the three, of course, is the Tensegrity base Optimus Prime. So you can see, in terms of the paint budget, this guy has all of the paint budget, but then he doesn't come with the trailer, doesn't come with the armor up feature. In terms of paint, I guess they're pretty much even, right? This has a bit more detail there, but then this has that to break up the coloration. So in terms of budget, seems like these two have about the same budget. This one has all of the budget but doesn't have the trailer. This one is just packed with details like the silver stuff, right? And silver and the yellow headlights. Even his windshield wipers are painted. But yeah, those are the three side by side. So putting them aside, let me quickly transform this guy. Again, I'm not going to feature transformation because it's exactly the same, and then we'll compare the three in vehicle mode. Okay, so here they are in their respective cab modes. I must say I still like this one the best just because of all the deco. This guy is just really plain, but just comparing the three, see this has a silver bumper, same as that. This guy has just the plain white, which is accurate to his mode anyway, but this have less budget there. Same painted headlights. This one doesn't have the painted headlights, it's just the borders. He has the red windshield. This one's blue, that one's black. So yeah, now from the side, if you guys are gonna complain about the visible hands, stop it. You've seen this mold like 100 times already. So if you're interested in this guy, you should already know you're getting these exposed hands in this cab mode at least. So this guy doesn't have the hubcaps, unfortunately, painted. Both of those do have it. But yeah. And then from the back, you know, it's just the same messy old back. Oh, by the way, his Autobot symbol is purple, matching the shattered glass. This guy is red, and this guy is red with the white border, which I like the most. So yeah, let me put on the trailers on these two, then we'll get back. Okay, so that's Ultra Magnus, the Earthrise version, and this is Ultra Magnus, the Shattered Glass version. So I was actually quite surprised that the color scheme between these two is almost the same. Only difference is, you know, all the black parts here are white in this guy, and yeah, that red is blue here, and then yeah, the back as well. Let me show you the back. It's black, that one's white. But yeah, other than that, their color scheme is really close. I mean, I could probably swap the trailers and we wouldn't know the difference. But yeah, the main difference is, or the most glaring difference at least, is the cab, right? So yeah, let me show you this guy, closer detail. The black hands, you know, hides it a lot better. This one's just there, you can see it, but here the hands are a bit hidden. Of course, you can still see the arms. But yeah, really nicely done. Oh, by the way, that's a repro label, so the original didn't come with an Autobot symbol. I'm sad I couldn't put the red one there because this guy is supposed to be purple. Or I might just cover all of the purple ones with red and call him Delta Magnus. I might just do that because I don't really collect shattered glass anyway. So yeah, really nice. Now the weapons do store on this guy, so officially you're supposed to put that there. At least the instructions tell you to. The gun is supposed to be there. It's a bit tight fit, but see, there you go. And the sword is supposed to store at the, oops. And the sword, you're supposed to fold that, and you're supposed to just swoop it inside there, which, you know, it works. Bit of a tight connection. I might not do this because of that, but yeah, have to just hang it like that. Not the best way to hide it, but you know, it's okay. The weapons are, you know, pretty well integrated. You can't, you know, it's hard to see here just because of the color. But yeah, I think like I said, I'll put the red Autobot symbols here and call him Delta Magnus. Although I do like the skull face. I'll have to decide later on. But yeah, that's him in truck mode. So let me just transform both of these guys in armored up mode, and then we'll do a comparison there. Okay, so there you have Ultra Magnus, and there you have a Delta Magnus or Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. So one thing I wanted to tell you before I close it up, since that piece is painted, and I don't know if this thing is painted, when I first took it out of package, he was in the powered up mode. This was crazy tightly packed there, so I couldn't pull it out. I had to actually force it a little bit out, but after the first time, it's working well. So just so you know. So those are the two together. Oh, the lighting, I need to fix the lighting post prod, I think. And you put the gun there, so his gun is red. The red gun just works well with this mode. Doesn't work well when the base Ultra Magnus mode, unfortunately. And then you can of course give him the sword, and yeah, this sword doesn't attach, this smaller sword doesn't attach either because of that. So yeah, I'm really keen on just cutting that off. Unfortunately, I'm not one to perform surgery on my figures, but Yeah, they should have just remolded that a little bit so it works well. So that's how it looks. Again, the palette, the chest, oh, let's put it a little closer. By the way, the head, okay, that's not the head. If you remember, I just said in the start of the video, that's the Earthrise head. I swapped it because this guy had an unfortunate accident. Just so you know, I'll keep him in frame so you have a point of reference. But there you go. So let's focus on this guy's head. I think the highlight is the head here. I don't know what it is, but the head seems to be a little bit looser. At least on my, it's not loose, but yeah, it's just feels light as well. So I don't know if it's feels like it's clear plastic painted, but I'm not 100% sure, so I won't make that assumption. But yeah, this head just feels cheaper than the rest of the body, if that makes sense. That's it. It's really nice. I like the skull, organic skull design. So yeah, the back is clear plastic, but unfortunately the eyes are painted blue, so it's not gonna be, it won't have the light piping. But yeah, rest of the body, I think the black color scheme really works well with this guy. So yeah, this belt is unpainted. This thing's silver instead of red. The blue is showing through, but that's fine. I don't mind it at all. So yeah, the rest of it is, you know, standard Ultra Magnus, and he does pose really well as well in this mode, which we already know. Just lift that up if you want to use the waist. He is chunky, but he does pose really well. So yeah. Oh, the red here doesn't look like it's well done. The black is bleeding through a little bit, but it's not too bad. But yeah, there he is. Oh, and before I forget, like I said, I don't have a screwdriver, unfortunately. I can't swap the heads, but just so you know what the heads look like. This one has the silver paint, this one has the gunmetal face paint. So yeah, you can just imagine. Oh yeah, that's how he looks with that head, I guess. So yeah, I don't have a my screwdriver here is not so good, and I'm afraid of stripping the screw, so I won't swap the heads for now. But yeah, that's how he looks with that head. I might end up swapping the heads actually and make him Delta Magnus. But yeah, there you go. And that was the review. I don't know what to say. This guy is really good. He looks really great. He's really photogenic as well. He is maybe not as essential to most collectors. I'd say 2 reasons you want to get him is, one, if you have your shattered glass collection, which, you know, he works really well. The other one is if you do have a Diaclone collection. Again, he works really well, but you do have to swap the heads. So you have to put that head on. Oops. Oh, there's a third reason, and that's probably my reason, is if you just like the dad bod mold. And this guy has the blue dad bod Optimus Prime. So that's the third reason. But if you're not into any of those 3, he's still a good figure. For the price point that I got him is like just leader class price point. I think it's worth it. But yeah, if you're just after an Ultra Magnus, I know this guy's on clearance now here in Australia, and this guy is definitely not Ultra Magnus anyway, so you know, what do you do? So yeah, that's it. Nice figure, maybe not for everyone's collection depending on what you collect, but for me he is a must-have because of the dad bod blue Optimus Prime. So yeah, if you like that review, please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. This has been Grimtrigger, and this has been the awesome blue dad bod Delta Magnus / Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.